Hello Star Wars fans and Star Wars friends around the world, and welcome to another video. Now, you may be able to tell the tone of my voice that I'm very enthusiastic about this. I get really enthusiastic about this book series. So there's something that takes me back to my Star Wars model building childhood. So I get really about this because it's so cool. This is new for 2017 here in the UK, and it's massive. I will get my giant man hands in the minute and demonstrate how this model works, and that'll give you some sort of idea how large this model is. Physically, it is about 30 centimetres by 30 centimetres, so it's about 12 inches by 12 inches. So you're going to need a little bit of room for your display case for this. It's absolutely fantastic. I should have said who it's produced by. It's published by Egmont here in the UK, and if you check out my other videos, you'll see all of the other fantastic book and model kits that they have produced over the years. They are an awesome Star Wars licensed publisher, and they turn out some amazing work. Their books, magazines and comics, but one of my favourite things that these guys do, it's their book and model kit series. Now, as I say, go back through my other videos and you'll find loads more of these. Different sizes, different vehicles, different ships. Absolutely fantastic, an absolute joy to build. This one was a test for me. It was not easy, I cannot lie. It wasn't an easy job. It took me all of my model building skills. So it's constructed of foam core board, and it has a really glossy sort of very nice quality finish to it. So everything's printed onto it, and it just looks really cool. And inside the book you've got these press out panels, so you press them out, you follow the instructions. Do not deviate from the instructions or you will end up in a bad place. And you don't want to be in that bad place. Yeah, so trust me, you need to just follow the instructions. Don't sort of like don't deviate. Don't think, yeah, I know better because I've built a model kit before, I'm going to do it my way. No. You follow the instructions. Right, the bits that need to be folded have a crease mark. They have a little kind of almost like not a scored line, but a fold line. So make sure your folds are nice and tight and crisp, and you're going to get everything to match up properly. Because if you just do a kind of a loose sort of just going to bend it like this, and things aren't going to fit properly, and you're going to be going, oh look, it's popped open because it's not fitting. No, it's not fitting because you didn't fold it properly. As I've built enough of these kits now to know exactly how to do it, and this was a test for me. So trust me, you need to fold your score lines properly. Yeah, that is all I can say on the construction of the kit. It was a great fun to build. You don't want something that's crazy easy. You want something that's gonna, you want something that is going to give you a little bit of a challenge, of course, because if not, you just go and buy a fully assembled toy, wouldn't you? So it's but this is so much more than a fully assembled toy. You have a great book that comes with this, and it's huge fun. It's from 7 years and up. I think any 7-year-old that can do this, well done, amazing, fantastic. Because I say it was a challenge. It was a challenge for me. So I think possibly a 7-year-old is going to need some adult supervision from an adult that kind of is patient and has maybe a little bit of model making experience would help, but not completely essential. Right, I'm going to throw you. Catch! I'm going to show you through the book now. Oh my goodness! Right, I say I get really hyped about these books because they are so cool. Right, this is the book. Right, look, here's my giant man hand. So this is the kind of the size of the book. Now, size-wise, I say this is 12 inches by about 12 inches, and I think, if you check out my other videos, you'll see the R2-D2, which is huge. I think possibly in size, this is slightly smaller than the R2D2, but yeah, I think, and this is probably my second favourite one, whereas R2's my first favourite. I absolutely love their R2D2. He's huge, looks incredibly cool. Do check out my videos. So, right, so here we go. You've got the book right there, and it's a massive hardback book. This is, if you're going to give this as a birthday present, a Christmas present, it's going to make a big sort of impact when you open this, which is perfect. You want to see someone go, oh wow, when they open a present. So this is the business. You've got, it's like one of my favourite sort of like textures for a book. It's that sort of like that. It's not shiny. It's kind of that sort of almost like a soft touch sort of feel. So loving the cover, and on the back there. Oh, there we go. Look, we've got 35 centimetres in length and 26 centimetres in width. Movable parts. I think it's the first. Is this the first one they've done with movable? I think this is possibly the first one they've done with movable parts. Right, there's the blurb. You can either pause that or read really quickly, because I'm not going to hold it there forever. So this looks really good on a big screen TV. And then the small print's not so small. If you're looking at your phone, it's tiny, and you have to squint. Right. So let's open up the book. Now on the right you see these are all the foam core boards. Now all of these are empty. They're really well cut. There's no, you don't have to, you know, like with some like model kits you have to snip the plastic parts out. There's none of that with this stuff. You just push it and it just pops straight out. Absolutely fantastic. So cleanly cut. There's no tears. There's no, it's really nice. There are, in this model, there are a couple of quite thin parts, which just through experience of doing these, like here's quite a thin part. So take your time pushing out these parts. I actually used, just to tease them out, I used just a regular knife just to gently push them out, so not to kink them or bend them. And I find that that really helps. So yeah, so these are all the empty boards. There are a lot of parts to this one, so just a huge amount of fun. I'm going to show you around the model in a minute. I'm just going to quickly go through the book. So there you go, there's all the usual Egmont bits at the front there, published in 2017. Wow, such a book. Alright, and it goes on. Like this, the book is, it has details on the actual movie parts of the Falcon, what it plays in the movie, the part it plays. Takes you on the tour of the ship. It also tells you about various aspects of ownership. There are some, I'm not going to show you the whole book. There are a couple of puzzles in here as well, and it tells you about its involvement in various battles. Then you get on to the instruction part. Now this is just a section of the instructions. The instructions are good. You need to follow them carefully. That's all I'm going to say. So that's that for that, and then the last sheet is the answer sheet to the puzzles. I'm not going to show you that because you don't need to see the answers, do you? No. Let's pop this back over here, and I'm going to show you around the Millennium Falcon. So it's absolutely huge. There are movable parts. I've actually had to build for my turntable just because I've had to make a little platform for it to sit on. So look, there's a little extra little platform there to go on top, just because it's got lots of feet here. So look, there you go. There's the right. Let's get that underside. Right. Let's start on top. I will show you the movable panels in a moment, but detail-wise, how cool is that? Remember, this is foam core board. It's not a plastic model kit. It's amazing. Absolutely, you know, I've been doing the Egmont book and model kits for quite a while now, and it still amazes me what these guys can actually produce and get. You know, what you can construct with foam core board. How cool is this? Look at the detail underneath. So you have another gun turret underneath there. Now I don't know whether this is going to end up on a shelf
or it may, using some sort of fishing line, I might suspend this from the ceiling in my collection room just because it's going to look really cool. And I've got lots of other ships hanging up from the ceiling anyway. Right, so there's the gun turret on the top. And here's the dish. Look, the dish turns. How cool is that? So you can get that complete 360. Right, so there are a couple of tabs. Let's come out a little tiny bit. There are a couple of tabs here. So you've got one here. You can lift that up, and you can see inside there. It's a bit dark because of my lighting here, but you can see inside there. And then you can pop that back down. And on the other side here, there's another tab just there. Pop that open, and inside this one, there's it's a bit dark. It tells you about that particular section. It tells you what that section is used for. So pop that back down, and then right around the back here, this whole section comes off, and inside there is this is cool. I've got the hyperdrive. They've actually gone to the trouble of producing a hyperdrive here. So cool. And then there's 3 sections, and there's some detail there. But and then on the flip side of the compartment lid there's more details. And it tells you more about the Falcon and the parts that you're looking at. So this just clips back on in place. So that just goes back into those tabs. Go in there. And there, and one over there. Then you relocate the one at the back, that one and that one and that one, and then there you go. Your Falcon is back in flying shape. Oh, I was doing this last night. It was quite late when I finished this, and things you shouldn't share. So I was annoying my wife with this, and I was flying it around the living room, and she was like, "Yeah, it's done." She said, "Yeah, actually, no, it does look really good." She said, "It's very good." And that was as enthusiastic as she got. So I was flying around the living room, and she was like, "Right, okay, stop now." And I'm like trying to make my best Falcon impression, and she was like, "Yeah, this doesn't sound like that." She said, "How long have you been collecting Star Wars stuff, and you don't know how the Millennium Falcon sounds?" And so yeah, it was fun. Anyway, there you go. So right, there you go, guys. I love this. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to see what Egmont come up with for The Last Jedi. Oh, isn't it exciting? Oh, I love it. I love this, and it's coming up towards Christmas, so I know I'm going to have to pick up probably at least another one of these for Christmas, because there's a couple of people that if they don't get these, they're going to be, "Why didn't I get one?" And I'm like, I don't know, because I'm tight, that's why. No, I'm not. Right, guys, as I said, absolutely fantastic. The publisher price for this is $19.99, but do shop around. There are deals out there to be found and deals to be had. If I come up with some great prices on this, I'll put them on my Star Wars Bargains Twitter feed, and you'll be able to locate them on there, and you'll go, "Wow, hey Roy, you saved me some money." So if I find any really good prices, I will let you guys know on the Star Wars Bargains Twitter feed. But I say it's an awesome book and a great model, and I've had huge fun playing with it. Building it. So as always, guys, do check out my Twitter feeds below, and there's also my Instagram feed where there's loads of stuff I'm sticking on Instagram and Twitter from my collection room as I go through my huge collection room tidy up. I have thousands and thousands of items to go through, and there's stuff that I'm rediscovering, so I'm sharing that with other Star Wars fans around the Twitterverse and Instagram land. Is that a thing? It is now. There you go. Not everything's going to be committed to film because I just don't have the time. So check out my links for Instagram and my Twitter feeds. Also, put down below, right down below. No, so just down, a bit further down. underneath what you're watching now. That's it. It says follow. That's it. Down there, I've put down there all of the links for Egmont, so you can go straight to their Twitter feed, straight to their website, and see what else they've got coming up in the way of fantastic Star Wars goodies. I can't wait to see. It's one of those companies I get excited about because thinking, what's next? Now, what is next? So Egmont, what's next? No, I can't hear. What's next? So yeah, I'm excited to see what these guys bring out next, because this is awesome. And what's next? Isn't it awful? Isn't it? Never satisfied. Oh, I can hear my wife. You're never satisfied, are you? You always want to know what's coming up next. What's coming up next? Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, isn't that weird? I've got to learn to savor the moment and actually enjoy the time with a new project I finished. Which, okay, I can hear my wife's voice in my head now saying, just enjoy the moment rather than moving on to the next. Yeah, okay, she has a very good point. So let's give it a little while and then we'll see what's next. But let's enjoy this first. Alright guys, I am waffling, and I don't usually waffle unless I'm kind of really enthused about something, so there you go. As always, thank you very much for watching. It's really appreciated. Don't forget to click like, don't forget to comment. Have you done this? Are you going to do this? It's a challenge. Don't say oh, I said it was easy, because it's a challenge. So do also subscribe and share the video. As always guys, thanks so much for watching. It's incredibly appreciated, and until next time, may the force be with you. Bye for now.